Hi there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with part 2 of this collection pickup video. Last video I talked about all the magazines and books I picked up, and I just didn't have time to talk about the movies and the video games I picked up. So, wanted to share that with you guys, so let's get started. First off, the only game I found for the Super Nintendo, and this is Tom and Jerry by High Tech. This is actually a platforming game. It stars Jerry, going through these platforms and trying to avoid Tom and all the traps that he has to overcome. The graphics on the game are really cool. The play control is kind of iffy. It's not too difficult. It's not too easy. But there's something about this that's not really it's not really that great. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like I said, the graphics are really good, but it's just not great. I know that's not very. I don't explain myself that well, but if you have a chance to play it and you do pop it into your NES, you'll probably understand what I mean. My brother actually was selling some of his video games because he has some PlayStation 2 video games he doesn't want anymore. And I picked up from him Mega Man X7. I have the Mega Man games on the anniversary collection for the GameCube, but these two are the only ones that came out on the PlayStation 2 that I, don't own. So, well, this one and X8. But I picked up X7 from him, and this game introduced a new character called Axel. A lot of people I've heard don't like this game. This is the first attempt of Capcom to go into the 3D realm with Mega Man X. And the Mega Man X series is freaking awesome. But I played it, I sort of liked it. But I've actually heard that X8 is better. So, I'm going to have to pick that one up. A friend at work was also selling some of his PlayStation 3 games that he didn't want anymore. So I picked up from him John Woo Presents Stranglehold. This is actually based on the Tequila character from Hard Boiled, which is an awesome action movie. If you like shoot 'em up movies, you gotta see Hard Boiled. And this has the same style. It has bullet time. It has you having like special powers where you can slow down time. Again, bullet time. And you can do like this focus power that you can get like sniper vision and shoot people in the face or whenever you want. So far, I'm really liking this one. This is my type of game, so I really like this one a lot. He's not a big fan of RPGs, but he bought this one because he found it cheap a long time ago. And he didn't want it anymore, so I picked it up because I was actually interested on this. I've been meaning to pick it up, but for some reason I haven't been able to find it anymore, and I bought it from him. And this is an RPG. Its cutscenes are like in comic book form. You have these still photos that tell the story, but they're really well done, and the art design is kind of dark and creepy and everything. Also played a little bit of this, and I liked it, so happy I picked this one up. Now, movie-wise, these are old. Some of them are Big Lots, most of them are from swap meets, but the first one I picked up, and this was like an impulse buy, I picked up Lips Bloodlust. Mostly because it looked like it might be an interesting vampire movie. It's not. it's like a low budget film that has no plot. It does have some scenes, but they're not. It has some risque scenes, but they're not really. Even that's not really well done. So, yeah, it's like it's filmed on a camcorder. I don't know. It's like I said, I got it really dirt cheap, so that's why I picked it up. I thought it would be interesting, but it's not. Now this one I also got dirt cheap. The guy had this one, and this is season 1 of Robot Chicken. If you haven't seen Robot Chicken, I recommend you do, because it's basically like a stop motion with action figures. The creators grab these action figures and they stop motion everything. So it's really, really cool. It's at least the last a couple of episodes in the second disc are really messed up, like really really messed up. But if you like that kind of thing, and they use a lot of characters from the 80s, like He-Man, the Transformers, Voltron, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely really really good thing. It didn't come with the with the protective sleeve. It's just this thing, but the DVDs work fine. So really cool. Big Lots. Big Lots, like I said, sometimes they have nothing, but sometimes they'll get this shipment of a whole bunch of really cool movies. Some I already own, but the ones I didn't already have, I picked up this time I went at Big Lots. I picked up Star Trek Generations. A lot of people hate this movie. A lot of people hate this movie, but I was a big fan of Star Trek The Next Generation. Huge fan. It's one of those TV series that I never missed an episode. And it just got even more epic when they introduced the Borg, which is still like my all-time favorite Star Trek villains. And in this one, they join Jean-Luc Picard with Captain Kirk. I'll admit, they give Captain Kirk the most lame, pathetic death that a character of his caliber did not deserve. But it was still cool to see Captain Kirk team up with Jean-Luc Picard. Even though, like I said, if the way that Kirk died was just freaking lame, and the bad guy's not that epic either. But you know, not counting that, I liked it again, especially because I was a big fan of Next Generation. So the next one I picked up is Weird Science. This is about these two kids that hack into the government computer and do some weird stuff and basically create their sexy genie. They create this person that has, they don't explain how, but she has infinite cosmic powers, and she helps her out, and she's freaking sexy. Yeah, I remember this movie a lot, and I thought she was mega hot. I guess that's why I like women with a British accent, because of this movie. But really cool 80s movie. Also recommended a lot. Also, they had the Hammer Revenge of Frankenstein. I've never been able to find any of the movies done by Hammer Films, and James Rolfe in his Cinemassacre series, Monster Madness, he always talks about the Hammer movies, and this is Peter Cushing as Frankenstein. This is actually the second Frankenstein movie. Everyone thinks he's dead, but he's still doing his Frankenstein experiments. Just really, really interesting on getting those Hammer films. Also picked up at Big Lots, the Sky Crawlers, an anime done by the guy that made Ghost in the Shell, the original one. I have not seen it, but it looks really cool. Picked up He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Season 1, Volume 2. Contains 2 episodes. Doesn't have any special features, but again, it's a He-Man was big in the 80s. I remember watching He-Man along with Transformers and everything like that, G.I. Joe. So yeah, I really have fond memories of He-Man, so glad to pick that one up. This is old swap meet. I picked up Robin Williams' first movie, Popeye. I really liked this movie when I saw it as a kid. Now that I resaw it, it's not that good. It still has that nostalgia factor. And Robin Williams is actually pretty good as Popeye. And I like the characters, but I don't know. It's not as good as I remember it being. Picked up Kevin James as Paul Blart, Mall Cop. The trailers of this movie actually looked cool, but I saw it a little while ago on cable. And it was funny. I laughed, but it's not the best movie ever. But again, if I enjoy a movie, I'll pick it up, so I did. Picked up The Road to El Dorado. This is a DreamWorks film. It's in the style of DreamWorks trying to be a Disney movie. Some characters are okay, but again, it's the animation is at some points is really good, but it's not their best movie. Picked up Slither, brand new. I haven't opened it because I've already seen it. Basically, this movie is about this meteor that crashes down to Earth, and it has this virus that's with all these leeches, and if these leeches attach to you, you become like a gross zombie. But I liked it. I thought it was a really good movie. It was really fun. The gore effects were really cool, so that was worth a pickup. Now this one I'm really excited I picked up. This is Let the Right One In, the Swedish version, because there's an American version called Let Me In. But it's about this kid that gets he gets picked on, and he has issues. But then this girl moves over next to him in his apartment complex, and all of a sudden there's these rash of murders and everything, and it's a really good vampire movie because I'm not gonna reveal where the vampire comes from, but it's a really good vampire movie in the sense that it's kind of touching to see how this messed up kid finds a little ray of sunshine with the girl that moved over, and then things go really really dark. But it's a really really cool movie. It's beautiful to look at. The story is awesome. I I really recommend this one over the American version. The American version has some merits, but the original one is way better. Even if the dubbing they did was kind of questionable. Also happy I picked this one up. It's the Survivor Series 2002, and this is the first ever elimination chamber. Uh, this is the Raw retaliation for the Hell in a Cell. But this is like a big structure, and it's like 10 tons, 16 tons, I think. And this is the first ever elimination chamber with Triple H, Chris Jericho, Masked Kane, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, and Shawn Michaels. And this is the one where Shawn Michaels wins the World Heavyweight Champion. Really good, and all the matches are really awesome. Brock Lesnar versus the Big Show. I was really surprised by the hardcore match between Trish Stratus and Victoria. That one was pretty cool. It has Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero in it, and they were always awesome. So really glad to pick that one up. Also picked up Wild Hogs, starring Tim Allen, John Travolta, Martin Lawrence, and William H. Macy. Saw this on the theaters, and I really liked it. It's about these middle-aged group of friends that want to escape their life, and they buy Harley Davidsons and they go on road trip. But they incur the wrath of this motorcycle gang, and I just really liked it. I laughed at this movie a lot. So another impulse buy, I picked up Bittersweet, only because Angie Eberhardt is in it. But it's about this girl whose boyfriend frames her for a bank robbery that he did. She does jail time, and she's looking for revenge. So, but again, I only picked it up for Angie Eberhardt. The sexy redhead that's appeared on a lot of movies like Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood. I thought that one was pretty cool. So yeah, picked up Sarah Michelle Gellar in The Return. It's about this girl that has visions of someone getting murdered, and she's trying to investigate it. It's not that good. It's interesting, but it's not the best movie starring Sarah Michelle Gellar. The last movie I picked up is Primeval. It's supposedly based on inspired by a true story, which is never a good sign. But it's about this news crew that goes to Africa to track down the serial killer that turns out to be this 25-foot long crocodile. So, again, not the best horror movie, but eh. So yeah, that was the end of this pickup video. Like always, I do like to make a recommendation on the movies. So I'm going to go with Let the Right One In. Freaking awesome vampire movie. Enough said. So, thank you so much for watching this two-part video. Like always, thanks so much for watching. And until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.